Pulse founder Kingsley dies. Pulse Investments Limited has confirmed the passing of its founder, Kingsley CD. Cooper, who fell ill recently, was airlifted to the U.S. last week. Pulse said in a statement that Cooper passed peacefully Tuesday evening. Cooper, a Kingston College old boy, founded Pulse Jamaica First Fashion and General Entertainment Company in 1980. He was responsible for staging some of the most prestigious live concerts in Jamaica over the years, featuring top reggae, R&B, and pop music stars. Cooper, through Pulse, also won many young Jamaicans modeling contracts and some of the world's major fashion houses. Just last December, Cooper played a pivotal role in the launch of the Kingston College's 100th anniversary celebration. British woman reportedly committed suicide inside Negril police station. The police are currently investigating a British woman's suspected suicide inside a bathroom at the Negril police station in Westmoreland. Head of the Jamaica Constabulary Force JCF Corporate Communications Network (CCN), Senior Superintendent Stephanie Lindsay, has confirmed the incident. However, she was unable to give details when contacted by reporters. Preliminary reports from a source familiar with the incident are that the woman, who was vacating at a hotel in Negril, was seen naked and behaving boisterous on the beach of another hotel in the area. The police were called and the woman was taken to the Negril police station ahead of being transported to hospital for an assessment. As cops at the station awaited information about her medication, which she was needed ahead of an effort to get her medical treatment, she is said to have repeatedly asked and was allowed to use the restroom. According to sources, the woman later went to the restroom on her own. Sound coming from the restroom made the cop aware that she was inside. When they attempted to check on the woman in the restroom, it was discovered that she had barricaded herself inside the restroom, reports stated. The police broke the door to gain access to the restroom, and the woman was found unresponsive inside. Western and Central Jamaica shaken by a magnitude 4.2 earthquake. Sections of Western and Central Jamaica were rocked by a 4.2 magnitude earthquake Tuesday afternoon. The Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management, ODPEM, confirmed the occurrence with a post to X, former Twitter. This stating that the quake originated 15 kilometers southwest of Christiana in Manchester. The earthquake unit is confirming a failed earthquake that occurred in the parish of Manchester, located approximately 15 km southwest of Christiana, preliminary magnitude reading 4.2, time of occurrence 5:46 p.m., ODPEM stated. Social media users reported that they also felt the quake in St. Elizabeth, Clarendon, Westmoreland, and St. James. Think the house did go move to know it a shake, all the babies start cry, said one user in Christiana. It sounded like a heavy choke, then the shake, another user stated. Buchanan confident about Vybz Cartel retrial hearing outcome. Defense attorney Isaac Buchanan says he is confident about the outcome of the Vybz Cartel retrial hearing, which concluded on Tuesday. While speaking with reporters at the end of day 6 of the hearing, Buchanan reiterated the stance of the defense team that there was a breach of the applicant's right to a fair trial, and the hearing is to determine whether the court can order a retrial in the circumstances. He said the defense is of the opinion that there should be no retrial, and they have submitted evidence in the form of documents why this should be the ruling of the court. Certainly, for the defense, we would have presented affidavit evidence, which was documents. As you can see, it went over into the day 6, and even at the end of day 6, there were so many documents that the court was inundated with that they now have to go through, Buchanan stated. He added that considering the mountain of evidence presented by the defense and the prosecution, and the fact that the case is a high public interest matter, the court has to come to give a written judgment which will outline the reasons for the decision the court takes. I just wish to make clear that because of this, it is one of the reasons why the court now has to go through the information and have a written judgment, because this is a high public interest matter, and so the explanations come from the court would be a great value, he told reporters. Justice Marva Malcolm Bishop said on Tuesday that the decision on whether or not to retry Vybz Cartel and its co-accused will come no later than July, when the court term is scheduled to end. In the meantime, Buchanan, who represents Cartel and his client, is anxious to learn his fate. Certainly, in terms of the progress of the case, the client is anxious. There is not much you can tell a man who wants to get out of jail as to why it is being delayed or anything like that. It is a continuing breach, and that is where it is. I have no comforting words for my client, save to say that the court has made it clear that they are mindful of Mr. Palmer's illness, they are mindful of the length, and that certainly they have given a time, as in maximum time, that they will be able to write judgment and make it hand down to us, he stated.
Anxious. There's not much you can tell a man who wants to get out of jail as to why is it being delayed or anything like that. It is a continuing breach, and that, as I said, that's certainly where it is. And so I have no comforting words for my clients, save and to say that the court has now made it clear that they're mindful of Mr. Palmer's illness, they're mindful of the length, and that certainly they have given a time, as in the maximum time, that they will be able to write the judgment and be able to hand it down. Well, if it says you have a right to life, it is a promise that the charter is saying that right will be protected. And if unfortunately it is that you have lost your life, how it is that if it's by the state, how the state guards it, how the state gives effect to it. Same thing, your freedom of expression. The media has a right, which is why the court has made provisions so the media could come and observe so that they can disseminate information. These are promises to the Jamaican people, to the citizens, and if these promises are to be kept, it is only the court that can give effect to it, because state actors will breach it. Your citizens, the Constitution makes provision under Section 13.5 that horizontally a citizen can breach your right. It is the court that you go to say my right is being breached. We are at a time where constitutional amendments are being spoken about. It is your right to know your rights. The Constitution is the only safeguard against your interests and government. Just don't lie carelessly and take it for granted, because it could be you.
PM orders probe into disturbing hospital incidents. Prime Minister Andrew Holness says he has ordered an investigation into disturbing reports in the media arising from incidents that occurred at public health facilities. Delivering the keynote address at the official opening of the 10th Jamaica Diaspora Conference at Montego Bay Conventional Center in St. James on Tuesday, Holness said he is expecting a full report from the investigation at Cabinet Week. These are issues that, as your government and as your Prime Minister, I take very deeply to heart and commit to doing everything within our power to ensure that every single Jamaican that needs health care can get access, he added. Last week, opposition spokesman on health Dr. Alfred Dawes called on the Minister of Health to disclose the whereabouts of more than 100 ventilators that were donated to the government. In a media release, Dawes said the ventilators were donated through the efforts of private sector organizations of Jamaica, European Union, and private individuals during the COVID-19 pandemic. While not intending to politicize recent strategies affecting public health system users, the opposition reminds the government that mismanagement and corruption in the health sector is paid for in human lives. Despite the increase in the Ministry of Health and Wellness budget, the allocation and misallocation of funds have left Jamaicans feeling worse off than before the pandemic, which saw the most significant increase in healthcare spending in a generation, Dawes was quoted as saying. At the same time, following a recent video on social media showing the relative of a deceased woman who suffered a stroke complaining of alleged poor treatment at a hospital in Western Jamaica, Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton ordered a high-level probe. The distraught woman in the video complained about the lack of medical equipment and non-availability of an ambulance. Meanwhile, on Tuesday, Holness told members of the diaspora that the government is now undertaking a massive transformation of the infrastructure of our healthcare system, which will increase our capacity and improve the ability to healthcare workers to deliver care. He highlighted upgrading work being undertaken at Connaught Regional Hospital, University Hospital for West Indies, and Spanish Town Hospital.
Recently, there have been incidents which have been widely covered in the press, for which I'm very disturbed by what I've heard, and I've ordered investigations into them. They should come to me at Cabinet next week with a report. But these are issues that, as your government, as your Prime Minister, I take them very deeply to heart, and we commit to doing everything within our powers to ensure that every single Jamaican that needs health care can get access to the health care that they need.
Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.